A shattered life, a singular goal. Rebuild our very own sect at the height of a traditional Eastern period. Through grit and perseverance, Eastern Era allows me to do just that by starting with nothing and building my way up to make a name for myself in any way I see fit. Before the drama starts, get yourself ready by relaxing and let's dive in. Well, here we go. I've had a few of you mention Eastern Era, so here I am, right? This essentially is Stranded Alien Dawn 2.0 from what the limited little bit I've had a go on. Some things are very, very similar. So we are making a Lord Lemon here, and this is him. Location, we're going to go Sunset Villa, which appears to be the default, I think. There's 3 types of maps, but we're going to go Sunset Villa. And then you have a certain amount of points to pick what you're taking in with you. So 53, and you'll see each has a cost. Now, it's very similar from what I know to Colony Builders, and I like to think I know what I'm doing in Colony Builders, So we're going to take a little bit of resources in with us, a little bit of food, and a weapon or two. So I'm going to take a bow and a spear, I think, which leaves us with 33 points. I don't know what half of these things are, so I'm going to basically be doing this from scratch. I did a little bit of the tutorial just to get a feel for it, and it is literally Stranded Alien Dawn, so it's pretty awesome. So there's different books for certain things, so I'm going to probably take 1 or 2 of them in. I don't really know what they do yet, but I'll take in some basic resources as well. So we'll take in some wood, some stone, bit of iron ore, maybe taking a little bit of simple cloth, and I'll probably take in 10 bandages. That leaves us with 10 points, so we can probably take a little bit of food as well. So let's maybe take some mixed stew and some jerky. That leaves us with 3 points. That will do. Now, script. You can choose some scripts for your protagonists. Each script will obtain different items and change the gameplay. So remember, we have our 1 main character, but we do go in with 3 people as well. So you start with 4 colonists. Now, you don't necessarily need to pick this, but they are good, some of the bonuses. So that gives you level 10 abilities. This gives you craft. So you can make it harder and easier based on this, but we're going to go in default. I'm not going to give any extra scripts. Then we need to select 3 traits, and we have our skill points for our main character. I'm pretty sure these are random, so you can roll them. There's none of those I'm that bothered about, so there's certain ones. I'm looking for fist skill bonus XP, prodigy, no. Poison damage, glutton, workhorse, global task efficiency bonus plus 30%. Aptitude plus 10, and we'll pick 1 more. Happiness but doesn't learn very well isn't great. We'll give them some extra health, that'll do. And skill points, probably going to put a couple into intellect, diplomacy, use personal charm, excellence, eloquence to interact with others. Lord Lemon is a legend, so he's going to have a bit of diplomacy and maybe some construction and a little bit of farming. Why not? Then it takes us into our disciples or our other users. So you have defaults like in Stranded Alien Dawn, so we'll pick from. Each have different traits. We're going to have a look though. We want them to be pretty equal. So we're looking for a cook of some kind. And Jinglang Huang is a smart cook, head chef, global task efficiency. So we're going to have to get rid of someone in favor of you. And honestly, I'm going to get rid of Yingsu, and we're going to get Zhang Lang in. Tifu Zong is tireless and tenacity. He's pretty good. He's like a default across the board. That's fine. And then Pan, who is willowy, so dodge plus 30, global skill XP, and an artisan, so it's a crafter. I think this is good. We've got a cook, we've got intellect, we've got crafting. Construction we can make do with. Let's go. I'm going to go no tutorial. I'd recommend probably doing it, guys. I'm going to go for it, but I'm hoping if I miss anything, you guys will let me know anyway. But this is the map, as you can see. I'm pretty sure the land spot is the same regardless. This is the same one I did on the tutorial, but as you can see around the map, you've got all your different things. So we've got schedule, work priorities is all down on the bottom left, activity priority, and then you've got your build menus here as well. You've got quests, rankings, and sect management. We haven't established a sect from the beginning anyway, so it's something to think about. We've got our resources across the top. Even this, look at this is Alien Dawn. The seasons are exactly the same. All of this is the same. So I should be in familiar territory, but what we're going to do is start by searching this wreckage here and searching that wreckage and searching that wreckage. So you see these little bits, we can observe the fruiting bush there. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll sort some priorities, and we're going to need some basic sticks, which we'll cut down, and some trees. So we're going to go with the pines and the poplars. We're going to cut those down to start, and I'm going to start just a little bit of playing. I'm going to come into the schedule, and honestly, I might keep it pretty standard for now. This looks okay. I can make a new one, but I'm not going to do it. So you just click it and paint it. Now, work priorities, as you can see, they go from left to right. I would argue that, honestly, let's go off simple priorities, exactly the same as Alien Dawn again. I'm hoping, we can't click there. Oh, yeah, if you shift click the top, it seems to do everyone, which is awesome. So we're going to make sure everyone has that. Recuperate is injury recovery. Then we're going to go through and decide who's doing what. So Huang Lang was our cook, wasn't she? So she's going to be main priority of cook. Lord Lemon is our researcher to start. And Zhu Tifeng, what are you good at? I think he's a 5 across the board, wasn't he? Okay, we can have maybe him hunting or mining for now. Mining and cutting, we could do that. And then we'll have Hugh Pan doing a bit of cut. Let's have one mining, one cutting, and then I think research means they fall under observing as well. There we go. And you'll see they go off and do their little things. I'll probably change this as we go along. Then activity priority, we don't have any facilities to do that yet. But what we're going to do is set up right off the bat where we want to go. It's pretty cool. You can see the animals out on the map as well. I'm going to take off roofs. You can turn off the resources and stuff as well. Now, production, we get research table, chopping block, and a bonfire. And then we've got these little shelters. Now, these seem to be default, but I think you get better ones as you go along anyway. So we're going to get a basic settlement or two in here, and we're going to go for a little storage one in there. Now, storage, you've got these little depots, and we've got little mats that are going to act as beds. So I'm going to go ahead and get two in under each, and then depot-wise, we're going to fill this little bit with those. And these like a singular little stock bits, but I'm just going to have a row of 2 in there. Hopefully they can step over it, but I'm going to let these guys start constructing. Also, that is a priority I didn't do. So construct, we need a main person there. Lord Lemon's a 6. We did put him as that, didn't we? So we're going to have you secondary on that. And then maybe Zufeng on construction permanently, then chopping down. And there we go. Let them go off and do it. I'm very much learning it. So if you're already playing it, because I know a couple of you have shouted out to play this game, do let me know your tips as well. I love to see it. And there's just the whole combat system and stuff we're going to have to get into, all that sort of stuff. But they will level up as well. You see XP when they do it as well, which is awesome. Looks like we discovered that fruit bush, so that's pretty awesome. What that essentially means is we can get in our first farm. Now, where do we want to put this? I was slightly moving over. I think this ground doesn't look that great. I don't know where's best to put it for now, but I'm going to do a little fruit bush area there. And then we're going to make sure that we've got enough resources. It looks like we have roofs. So we have beds for safety. Great start. And then we're going to go ahead and get a bonfire in the middle, I think. So just something like that. Chopping block is logs to sticks. I think I'm not going to grab that. And then a research table. So we're going to want another little shelter. And this is very much just going to be a bit of a block for a while. And this is going to be where our research table goes. Again, very much learning as I go, guys. And then from research, hopefully we can start smashing out some new things. That's pretty much everything so far. And loads of wood. I don't know why I chopped down the trees if I'm honest. If you click this, though, you'll see the advanced materials. So each one shows under here. So we can see our total of food is pretty damn good. Started off with some anyway, actually, so I gave myself some extra. And then equipment, well, that's something we probably want to go into. I don't know if we can do that in here. Okay, we see the equipment here, so can I equip that across? Wind cutter sword. Let's just go through, see what everyone has. We've got mountain strike gloves. This is all new to me. We've got a wooden bow and a wind cutter sword, so they've gone and equipped them based on their combats anyway. At the top we can see, get rid of that fruit bush. Weather is sunny. Let's see if there's anything else we can observe then, because there's going to be different things, isn't there? Let's collect up some food. We'll keep that going. It's like some kind of mushroom, is it? Unknown white crop. Let's observe that one. I have no idea what that is. And then just looking at building materials, we've got some vines, some hay, some sticks, iron ore, stone, and 476 wood. So Our very star is here. And then tech tree, bottom left here, we can see we have different researches to go through. Really don't know which one to go for first. I see basic carpentry would allow the crafting table, wooden tools, rations, street lamp, exotic rock, agronomy, sorry, unlocks messages, hay, cotton, and wheat, which then goes into a bakery. Now this wooden structure stuff looks good, but there is this handcraft stuff as well. So basic camp would allow a furnace, a large heater, bricks, animal taming. Ooh, very good. And then cultivation looks... You need sect level for cultivation. Okay. And what is this? Ah, so you generate research papers, I guess. Yes, you do. Until... To be honest, I'm going to say forever. So generate research papers forever. And hopefully, look, they'll stack all the resources inside our little shed here, which is awesome. So I think what they mean by don't show resources... Actually, I'm going to untick that. It looks much better. I didn't click confirm on the research, so hopefully I'll go and do that now. I've got to remember to do that. And then I can click the tech tree from there. Perfect. And off he goes. Lord Lemon himself, looking pretty awesome. Okay, and he's gaining XP and he's going to generate papers for us. That's awesome. All right, mushrooms will also do the same. Now, I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap and not do anything too crazy, but I'm going to make sure we have some kind of farming. What does bamboo give us? Logs. What else have we got? Birch. You don't need to research the trees from what I can see, so it doesn't look like you can kind of get any better. There's some corn over here. Do we already have that then? Harvest some corn. That gives us grain. Okay. Looks like we can't research it, but there is some around here, so I don't want to stockpile too many, so we'll get that. It looks like they are going for food now, so we're going to come into simple dishes here. So stewed flatbread. What does this do then? What do we need to make it? Porridge is grain. That's stewed flatbread. Okay, we don't have that. So we're going to work on grain probably. And we're going to say until 8. We're going to try and cook those meals. So that does make me think we got 2 research tokens already, actually. So that probably means we want to come into getting wheat quite early on so we can make porridge. Unlock 1 sect technique. Yay! And then bakery is over here, but I'm not going to do that yet. We can use that wheat to make really basic stuff. That's how we get flatbread. Perfect. Basic carpentry we will also research because then we've got a few unlocks, haven't we? And I'm going to see if we can get a bit of carpentry stuff. Oh, street lamp. Exotic rock gives aesthetics. So is this a happiness thing? Only uses a bit of stone, so let's actually chuck one of these in then as something they can observe. And we're going to get a crafting table in, and I'm going to stick that in there as well. Ooh, day 2. It looks like we've unlocked message. Wants a place to eat. Master, I've been pondering a matter for quite some time. May I have your permission to speak of it? Not at all. The meal is excellent. It's just regarding the manner of dining. This disciple dares to suggest that it could perhaps be refined somewhat. What's improper about my posture? Speak your mind. I've observed that all disciples in our sect take their meal standing, with no place to rest or lean. They had a bowl in one hand and a chopstick in the other. By the end of the meal, it demands even greater focus. Okay, so table and chairs. It's got to be, isn't it? This matter is approved by this master, and arrangements will be made to craft a batch of tables and chairs starting today. So when we unlock that, let me go into the research tree again. Did that say basic carpentry? I didn't see anything that would show anything other than tools. So where's the table? Oh, there we go. Stone table, stone stool, and some shelves. So actually, we're probably going to end up coming this way. Hard work, though, because I want everything. Let's have a look there. It is pretty big, as you can see. So quite the considerable research tree. Now, I'm obviously just going to enjoy it, and we're going to get a proper feel for it. And as always, guys, it's one of those. If people like it, I play again. If they don't, we move on. One thing I do need to keep on top of. Right, crafting's done, actually. Before we do that, let's have a look. So, craft weapons. I wouldn't mind getting a couple of bows. Hunter bows. And then tools. Improves task efficiency. So, we'll make 3 wooden tools. That's fine. And then we are going to go in. So, we're growing our own crops, as you can see. Probably need to harvest a fruit bush if there is one. Any more around here if I double click? Oh, there's something. Unknown green crop. Let's observe that one. And let's go for a bit of a hunt. So maybe some rabbit. Hoping this will level up their shooting as well. And that rain sounds delightful. Hopefully they're going to get zapped by lightning every time. I think we need a second storage here. So we're going to duplicate this one. Stick it next to it. I think if they overlap like that, they do open out, so we can make them larger. And each one, you can obviously select what you want on there, so restrictions and all that sort of stuff. For now, we've just got a main dumping stop. But I will be copying them over. And actually, this could end up being something a little bit bigger. We can open it to the back as well. If we copy this as an example, I don't know if it works, actually. I was hoping if I did that, it would open it backwards, but I don't think it does. And we've discovered some pumpkins. And so the hunt begins against the rabbit too. Nice shot. Now this will give us a bit of leather and some red meat. It's obviously something we're going to need. You can tame them, but I'm not sure it's something we'll want to get into just yet. But look at this. We've unlocked quite a bit, and one of the main ones we need is going to be the wheat field. So we're going to go maybe a 5x5 there. Cotton sounds sensible, so we're going to need a lot of farming, aren't we? Nothing too crazy on that one, and then we'll get a little pumpkin patch as well. Cool. I probably want to have someone fully focused on that as well, and I do believe you can get more settlers too. So cultivate is over this way. Oh no, that's basic martial arts. Who do we want crafting? Wow, Hugh Pan, you are the crafter. Oh, there it is, planting. We'll let that kind of just happen when they're not doing anything for now then. It looks to be happening anyway. And we've got ourselves 3 more research points, so we probably want to move into getting the basic amenities because we did say we'd sort them out, didn't we? So we'll go ahead and get probably actually going to need 1 more of these. So we're going to go with 1 stone table and some stone bits. Can you sit there? You can. Not sure that's in a good place. I'm going to put 2 next to each other then. We'll do it a little bit differently. Just because of the way the seats seem to be, that'll do. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it, but we'll have those guys in there anyway as a little seating area. I know you can get a lot better buildings, so we'll work our best to get on this. Now, I'm wondering if we can brew some stuff. Okay, there's a type of tea. I'm looking at standard dishes we don't have. Now we've got some meat. We can make meat soup. So we're going to say until 4 of those as well with the raw meat. Because it takes 20 a time. I don't know how many meals they get out of each. Did that say? 2. Okay. So 20 meat gets 2. And we've got 50. We probably want to kill another rabbit then, don't we? Let's hunt 1 more. And let's keep the research coming. And there's our little stone table. So hopefully they'll be pretty happy. He's just hitting him with his fist. Look, you can kill that rabbit. Good job. You see if there's anything else we can observe around here. There is different bushes. We probably want to go out looking for more of those fruit stuff. I'm going to drag and see. What's a millet? Unknown lush tree. We're going to observe that one then. Anything we see in here. So I'm just going through to see if there's anything we can observe. Because that is the key, right? I don't know what millet is. So we're going to go ahead and harvest that as well. That gives us hay and grain. Okay, grain. Nice. Right, what do we have? This cultivation arena. A facility for cultivating techniques and honing one's combat prowess. Those lacking innate talent would be wise to steer clear. What is it to make an arena? It's pretty easy, actually. So this is our first little fighting area, isn't it? Okay, let's stick an arena over there then, because it sounds like something we're going to need to train up. And it looks like P is to hide the UI. Look how gorgeous this is. It looks really nice, man. These lovely little stick huts. Ah, we are so back. I love colony builders. Oh, we've got someone who's depressed. What's up? Eat at a table. Let me see. Let's check in on you then. Hunger -12. Have we got no food? We do. There's plenty of dishes. Go and eat something. Don't be depressed. Maybe come and have a look at this stone. It's a nice thing. Although he's probably, yeah, he's going to get out. I was going to say he's hungry because he's depressed and gone for a walk, right? Cook simple dishes for the first time. Look at him sat at the little table. That's awesome. Really ugly table, but it is what it is. And we have 3 more research points. So we can either continue on down this wooden structure, learn to use logs to construct foundation as the basic structure before building a house. That means we could probably build proper things. Now, I can't lie. I do want the decoration. And that means we can plant trees. I do, however, think it's probably important to get at least this basic camp in, though. Because I see a furnace, which will be the iron bars, and a large heater, so we're ready. Let's research basic camp. And I think each research seems to be increasing reputation. It raises Sect level, unlocks new technologies, and exchange for items can be obtained by participating in martial arts tournaments and completing post quests. Absolutely love that. And then we'll work towards wooden structures, I think. Oh, it's built. Right, let's click on this. So what is this? This is for someone, is it? Change owner. We'll have shared. We can have, everyone can kind of use this. So I think if we come in, did I see training on the work priorities? Cultivate here. I don't know when they do that. Oh yeah, look, appreciating the little rock. Very nice. We have 2 idols. We probably want to have a little look here. Maybe start working out. For now, though, we do have the ability to get a few things in. So we have a furnace, which I don't think needs to be inside. So we'll get one of those in. It's very similar to Alien Dawn, I cannot lie. And then we've got a large heater. Not going to stick that in just yet, though. And then it looks like apricot. Ooh, apricot trees. So with trees, then, let's say farming, we're going to cut off and maybe come down this way. Let's get a few trees. For now, we'll just go next to it. And we'll just expand that. Just a small kind of field. And then what else do we want to do? So we've got the research coming in. We probably want to focus on getting in extra resources and things. Maybe hunting up. So we're going to need to prepare, aren't we? I see there is apricots actually on the tree. So can I grab someone and just say, like, I know you can draft them. Maybe a second research bench? Is that a good idea? I think it might be. Looks like we can get them in here anyway. Hopefully they can stand together in there. We'll see. Get another one, though. Obtained 15 reputation. Guess that's because we got in a furnace. So we're going to say smelt, glazed tiles, or jade brick. That's silver ore. Iron ore and stone from jade bricks. We're probably going to need some of these. I don't know. Should we just say 20 for now? We'll make some bricks just in case we need them. And then a little bit of idling, so let's make sure we got some extra resources. I might do a bit of stone mining if I can. It looks like we've got so much iron around here. I'm actually after stone. And it looks like we've got small little nodules of stone knocking about. So the rest, yeah, there's so much iron. What is this? Oh, I see something that looks like gold. Don't get carried away. And a bunch of corn. So we'll probably observe this metal ore over here as well. Oh, what is this? I didn't even see this on the map. So we're building a settlement over this way. There appears to be something over here. What's this? Recruitable. Okay, let's chat with you. Heard you taking folks with nowhere else to go. We need you, but I don't work for free. You got to be worth it. How do you mean worth it? I'll give you 3 moves. The first, test your reflexes. The second, to see what you are made of. And the third is up to me. If you can take all 3, then we'll talk. After that, whoever you tell me to hit, I'll hit. What if I can't take it? I'd love to see what you've got. Enter battle. Okay, Lord Lemon. Can we... Is it one more? Yeah, Lord Lemon we'll go with. You can come and spar with this person and potentially recruit them. What is the Wandering Master as well? We'll chat with those after. So I guess new settlers come this way? Get over there. That's it. Go and spar. That leaves us with 3 research points as well. So we'll probably want to get that wooden structures. There we go. We'll take wooden structures, and before... Actually, let's do the sparring, then we'll come and build afterwards. I've got to be careful. There's like brown bears and wolves over here too. Right, we're in combat. Let's see what happens. Oh god. Is this... Are we poisoned? This is where we'd need training to come in then, right? We'll say heal self. Is HP going down? What about you? You've got a shield. Oh, damn it. I don't know... if we're going to win this then. I guess we might know health is going to go down too quick. I don't know if she goes down quicker. You have my respect, though we were fated to meet, but not to walk the same path. Still, no fight, no acquaintance. If you run into trouble later, just send someone to call for me. I won't stand by and do nothing. Okay, so we're going to have to train and scrap to get better against her, but I guess that means we can level up fighting. So if we get some crafted equipment then, we'd have some kind of shield, but our shield went very quickly. That makes sense. I think I understand all that. So I might have someone dedicated, whoever's idle right now, Zhang Hulang. Let's get you training. You are our cook, so we've got to be careful. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they train at night, do they? And they gain XP. Let's see what kind of happens here then. Ah, there we go. And they unlock talents. Is that when you read books? I also want everyone kind of healing self right now, by the way. I'm going to make sure everyone has that on. Yeah, I'm definitely the strongest character to go fight with as well, from what I can see. Anyway, what else did we unlock? So we've got our shelves, haven't we? So shelving, I mean, is probably where we want food to go. So we'll probably change this. I might even expand, but we do have what looks to be a dirt hut. Holy moly, this thing's big. I wasn't expecting that. Now, it looks like you can free build, but I'm going to have to be going for some kind of basic stuff to start because I don't know what's best just as a starting point. Fixed structure house. So let's maybe work on one of these. Okay, so it is just all the modules. This should be easy enough to build on my own then, actually. Yeah, I reckon I can do this. So we'll start with the foundations. So what we're going to do is look to move this across, and we'll start with maybe something like this big, and then we'll kind of expand it. Got a wooden door on the edge here. It must be placed on a wall, so we need the walls first. So simple wooden door. Oh, dirt wall. Okay, seems easy enough. And then we should be able to get a little simple wooden door in there. Get a little wooden window as well. Yeah, that looks nice. A couple of windows and a tile roof. So let's figure this out. Oh, okay, nice and easy. And there's our first little hut that we'll build. And inside here then, this is probably where we'll want the roofs down. We'll move this stuff in. And then we'll start getting a bit of a bedroom up. That all makes sense. Now, this other guy, I wonder if this wandering master, if we chat with this might be someone that I can train with. Hey, young friend, wait. You got an extraordinary build. Must be one of us. See that move just now? That was the famed 5-strike whip. In the split second, I'd already cracked 5 lasses, each one charged with electromagnetic induction. No ordinary eye could even track them. Only a true grandmaster could grasp their secret. Would you be willing to impart some of your knowledge? Guidance, just don't overdo it. All right. So, Lord Lemon, you're going to go spar and learn. Now, I know it is the morning. It looks like we also have a message from Tifeng Zhu. I'm going to go with the top one. I have no idea what they're saying, so... Because I cannot read that. Why is it doing it in Chinese? Anyway, I think he's off to spar. Spar with the Tai Chi Grandmaster and win. I'm assuming you gain martial arts XP anyway for when you do this, so it's probably pretty cool to do that. So I'm just going to have a look. He seems pretty strong. But does it level up this? Oh, you've lost already. Maybe not then. We just need to level it up. And then it looks like we should be able to actually... Insufficient realm level. If we get our realm up, they can start reading the actual books that we get. And that is new moves that you unlock too. That's okay. Oh, house coming in though. This is super exciting. And we're going to hit research on both of these. So when they're bored, a second person will help out with research. Now, crafting-wise, I think we've done our bits, haven't we? Yeah, I don't think we need anything. I've got a Skybreaker bow, actually, and we've got a green dusk spear. What are you holding? Windcutter sword. Can we give you that spear? That sounds way better. I didn't even think about that. And then range-wise, rather than the wooden bow, we're going to give the Skybreaker bow. And then other two have... We've got Mountain Strike gloves and Windbreaker sword. I'm fairly certain then that's going to give us way better fight. Game is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. It gives me like, let's say Kenshi mixed with Alien Dawn. But I do think it's unique enough to not be a direct copy. I know some things look similar, but the whole fighting thing is very different. Okay, so furnitures then. How do these work? I guess they just burn bits. So wall lamp as an example. It should be able to go on here. It can. So we're going to probably get a couple of wall lamps inside. There we go. We'll light this room up. Now with the mud, do they actually need any resources? Just one log. That's really easy. So as long as we've got the wood coming in, we should be absolutely fine. And those lights look awesome. Look at that little like floating lantern thing. Right, that's another 3 research points. Let's have a look at handcraft and just see if there's anything in there. There is taming. I'm looking at textiles for some better clothing. Because obviously there's going to be fighting stuff. There is a lot, isn't there? This master outfit, though, what is this? Is a type of armor. I might save up for that. Or blacksmith art would be forge bench, brazier, antique shelf. I don't know what's good or what isn't at the moment. So, oh, a fence, though. I can see, though, we need to get Sect level up for those things. So let's go ahead and do bakery, then. We can probably work on getting some better food in. But if we want to make a bakery, we'll need to obviously lay out another room. So I'm going to let this one finish before it's kind of done. And then we'll probably give them all separate houses. Why not? We just need this training to occur constantly to get better. Looks like our cultivation's doing well. That didn't work out because one tree takes up a big space, right? So we're going to need to obviously expand the field. And I think it needs to be like that. So we can reduce the field here. Oh, what's this? Master, my name is Dongshu. I can finish reading records of the Grand Historian within 3 days and solve difficult problems of mathematics. However, these hands can hold a pen fine, but tremble when holding a hoe. We need your talent. Is that a new person? Oh, yay, we got a new person. Woo, Dongshu. Let's take a look at you. Oh my god. Pyrophobia, fear of scorching flames, and a slacker. So is this a... Oh, intellect 9 is great, and crafting then. So Dongshu, we're going to get you on everything else here, but you are going to be researching. Maybe secondary to craft, which is pretty damn cool. Does mean we need another bed though. So I'm just going to slap one on the edge there. I think there's still... Let's get rid of that one, and then we'll get another one over this way. There we go. We'll move all of the beds around, so there's 3. Cool. Is this done? That's what I want to know. It is. Our first little room is complete, and that looks awesome. So we're going to go ahead then and move these guys inside. Ooh, concoct. What's this? Oh, it's healing. I don't think you can move tables then. So what we're going to do is put 2 research benches at the back and a crafting guy, as well as... Oh, what's this? I mean, haystack makes perfect sense to store the hay, doesn't it? We can move some of the tables. It doesn't look like there's a way to move them, so we'd have to physically move this stuff inside, but that's okay. We're actually going to need another table, and we'll start with just that. I'm just going to move these guys in, so essentially get rid of this. That's the plan. And now the 2 researchers are done, I should be able to get this in, and then we'll get rid of these guys, and we'll copy in a craft table over this way as well. Basically going to deconstruct all of this out the way. This means we've got a nice bit of room. And then we're going to start our second little bit. So we're going to basically give everyone a really small, maybe these dirt long houses, although they feel like they're quite big. So bedroom wise, now I'm going to just start with some foundations so we're okay. And I'm going to leave a bit of a 2 gap between on the back end. We'll go like that. So there's going to be 4 little shacks that we're going to build for these to sleep in. I need 5. Cool. So we'll have our own little village this end. And I'm going to redo these because I want a proper gap between them. There we go. We'll start with 6 houses ready for when we can recruit that one. I haven't got the roofs on these yet, so I'll put the walls and doors. Maybe I can do that as well. The building feels great. I wonder if these are too small though. It will not let me place these down. Oh, it is. I was just being daft. Okay, got it. There we go. All the little roofs on as well, so that's good. We'll have 6 little houses there. How am I looking? That's cool. How much research have we got? We've got 3 more, so all good there as well. And we got this nice little space, so I can move all these around. We'll get some training bits done. We'll have their own individual. I don't know if they work better with that. And if we do the shelving units, what we're going to do is change it up to have some storage of shelving in here. So this should mean that crafting stuff can go in here. Now, it looks like you can't change them until they're built for what you have stored on them either. Lord Lemon's having a depressive meltdown, bless him. He's all right, though. I'll learn it all anyway as we go along. There's a lot of excessive building that we're doing, to be honest. Just trying to line up. I think what we'll do is strip this out, come this way. So I'm going to probably duplicate this, and we're going to move this to the side here. So where do I want this, actually? I want to be able to build in the middle. I think over here makes more sense. So we're going to move this thing this end. I'm going to let them clear out all of that, and then we'll move on. Now, food-wise, I am having a little look, but I think we're okay. We're on to the jerky. So whoever's cooking, insufficient ingredients. We probably want to try and get our hands on some more of that. There we go. We got a good bit of millet out on the map that we could probably get our mitts on. But be careful of the hostile characters, though. We've got different ones that we can make here, but I'm just going to stick to this one. I don't know. What I need to do is remember to hit confirm. Where's it gone? It's there. So we can have it up and down and here. So probably go meat soup first whilst we wait for the other stuff. And honestly, I think construction-wise, almost onto the roofs. So I'm going to allow those to finish that bit off, and then we'll get these moved inside. But as you can't move things, we're going to duplicate. So we're just going to have a very basic bedroom each, and then we'll get some heating and stuff in. Now, one thing we need to prep for is, well, we've still got summer, so I'm not sure how many. It looks like 10 days per season, or 11 from what I can see. It says 4 days remaining, although we started a little bit in, didn't we? Now, our messages seem to be coming in. Oh, I'm going to post what's it called? Delete red. We've done it. Not a lot we can do on those anyway. I think what we need outside is some lighting. I'm seeing some complaints, so I'm going to go ahead and see if a couple of street lamps might do the world of good either side of these. I'm actually going to start moving it towards that. The idea was we could... I don't want to place it indoors. Is that... I think it's because we've got the roofs on. We're going to go for a basic wall lamp in each room as well. Nothing fancy. And then I should be safe to get, obviously, the heaters and stuff in for the winter. Now, I think I am going to get the chopping block because I see insufficient sticks as a mention here. So we'll just stick the chopping block in here. And I think even when they're from left to right, then why aren't these guys? So construction, Dongshu, you should be researching permanently. So let's turn that off. 1 first, 4 last. That's correct, isn't it? But they all seem to be building instead of hitting up the research. I'm just thinking I probably should get a little window on each of these as well. There we go. I'm literally just going to mirror them all as and when here, really. Oh, we're being attacked in 116 seconds. Oh, no. I'm going to multiple select. Now, the good news is, actually, let's have a look. Shudong, I'm going to get you on the wooden bow because I want 2 people on ranged. So maybe getting the walls up might not be a bad idea. I think we'll be fine on the first attack, though, for sure. Oh, here they are. I see them. Let's get them, guys. We've got them in control, so we're all going to go and attack because they're going to start shooting up stuff. I think I've done this right. One way to level up, isn't it? Oh, yes. It's the first one seems pretty straightforward. Then 1 bandit, and he is already dead. Has he got anything? Can we strip him? And then we'll undraft them all anyway. I'm hoping we can get this. Under attack. Oh, my God. There's a whole bandit camp. All right, I need to keep everyone, then. Come on, guys, get back out here. I'm sorry that you're eating, but I need to kind of deal with this. Bandit Tyrant, Bandit Looter. I wonder if they have some gear in their little camp, though, if we come. It's cool that that pops up. I don't want to wander too far from home, if I'm honest. We'll get in sight of them here, though. Shouldn't be a problem. There we go. Off they go. Let's go smash their booties. Get them, boys! I like that the combat seems pretty deep, in all fairness. So I'm going to let them carry on then. I'm hoping there was a way to grab the stuff off them, but it doesn't look like they have much anyway. I have a feeling I made a mistake. I didn't hit confirm. And there's me wondering why they're not researching. Yeah, silly sausage. We'll probably grab in some more tools as well. And I'm going to go cutting down some hay and all that sort of stuff. Need sticks. There's a bunch here. Kudzu bush. Looks like we're cultivating our stuff in here, so lots of cooking should be able to continue now. But we're going to need probably from something else. So veggie soup as an example. We're going to say yes to everything in there. And we'll say 8 of those as well. Why not? So we'll have some ingredients for something, I'm sure. It might be sticks that we don't have. Although it is burning, I see the fuel here, so we're fine. And it lasts quite some time. There we go. Up to 5 research now. Well done, Shudong. You are fantastic. Let's have a quick look. I really want to check out these outfits. There's a crossbow over there as well. That could be pretty good. Although, air-dried fruit, jerky, and a drying rack. We need Sect level 1. So, if we look at this, any disciple awakens key source. We're almost there, right? We're on 87%. So, is anyone closer? 87, 100%. Awaken key source. Awaken Dantian for the first time. Does that make you stronger? Oh, it does. Very nice. What does this do then? Let's have a look. A disciple's realm is determined by the quality and level of their internal art. After changing the active internal art, the disciple's realm may decrease. Breakthrough when they level up. Okay. So leveling up the training makes them stronger, which makes a lot of sense. So I'll go through a lot of that early on, but that does mean I should be able to establish the sect now. So the lineage of sect you are going to establish is A social gang. Chamber of Commerce or Kung Fu Sects? Let's go social gang. Obviously Lemonville. The Lemonville Guild. That sounds pretty good. My sect leader is going to be Lord Lemon. Announced to the world. And found your own sect. Lemonville is there, baby. I'm pretty sure that means we have there's a ranking system, right? What are the rewards? So martial arts rewards, you get these legendary weapons. This is all pretty damn cool. Oh, there's new things. A grocer, tournament registration, wandering master. Is that person gone? Yeah. That would have been nice. Go show the importance of the training then. Right, all the bedrooms. Have you all got beds? You have. So we're going to deconstruct all of that. We'll keep the bonfire. I'm also going to deconstruct this. Then we'll sleep in our houses tomorrow. It should give a little bit more comfort. And inside you can decorate then. That should help with happiness. Because I see it is... Well, it's not bad. It's just not amazing. We need better food. So I'm going to make sure, obviously, the cook is fully cooking. Core disciples and then altar. So it changes afterwards, doesn't it? We've got to be careful with that then. So let's check on someone who has key stuff awakened. I was just looking through some of this. If you click the combat tab, you get all this these different bits in here. So damage output and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, that's how we can kind of figure out what we've got. And you've got their tolerances, movement speeds, all that sort of stuff. And I think the key awakening did more. So we can then add techniques if we have them. Does that mean they can read a book? It does. Okay, so we're going to save that, though, for Lord Lemon, obviously. Although we could read a book, actually. I'm going to allow you to read that book. So quite a lot of depth to this, actually, then. And it looks like our wood is getting a little bit lower. You get 10 from that tree, 65 from that tree, so that will keep us good. I'm not going to go crazy. I think these bamboo even offer some pretty good amounts, don't they? Maybe get one more, then. And then shelving units, then. We're going to have a look here to see what we can put on there. So we're going to say no to the materials. But I think I'm going to put the food in here for now. Not the raw food either, just the meals. And then we should be able to copy the list and paste. We can. Perfect. And that makes me wonder, actually, if it is like... Yeah, there it is. Look, we don't want to eat, so food. You can set what foods they want to eat. Is that right? Oh, that's to force them to feed. That's okay if they are hungry. So in order to look to get them a little bit happier then, I might... What do we have? Cultivate. We could say do an hour of cultivation in the morning. And then that should be okay. Now we have 9 research points. So doing a very good job here. Let's grab... What's the decoration? Storage chest, small screen, painting, indoor rockery. Let's go for decoration 1. I feel like this would be really important to get happiness up. So we're going to go for... I don't know, some paintings. Look at this. This is so cool. Ah, a screen. Let's just go for paintings for now. So they've all got a little bit of something in their little room. And we're going to need to cut down more sticks again. I've just turned food off on this. So each stockpile, though, you have to do individually. You can't select them all and then do it. You can paste once you've got it done on one, to be fair. So it's not too bad. But yeah, you can just hit paste across the lot. I think it's time to do a bit of hunting. So we're just going to select these. And I'll probably hunt the deer as well. I'm sure we'll get those. We're going to need the leather anyway. And I think we just want to start building up our food reserves. So housing bit nearly done. I just need them to hurry up and destroy all this. I'm just going to come into the work priorities again and just have a look. I think it's just because I've got a lot going on. It's definitely, they perform tasks slower. So it's something in my head I need to get used to. But we're just coming up to 9 days in, almost into the summer now. Lack of clothing as well. So with all these research points, I think it's sensible to probably get moving on. You see textiles. Although that means we need taming first, then textiles. So is there anything else we can get in the meantime? There's this cultivation, but they're really expensive across the board, actually. So I don't think we can get any of these. We can grab master outfit, but that's an armor. So I'm going to come down this way then. We're going to go taming. Then we're going to work towards textiles. So taming itself, I don't know if it's something I'm going to do yet. Although I am going to put in some indoor rockery inside, at least. So these guys are pretty happy in their little homes. And I like that they're randomized. They're not all the same.
Doesn't look like you can right click and tell them to do anything either, but you can see what they're doing next. So their priorities are here. Treatment, rescuing, transporting. All right, let's have a look. I think we can awaken key source for Lord Lemon. Now this should make him much stronger. So I reckon we could, if we wanted to. Insight too low. What does that mean? You may need to build insight facilities or have them rest. Breakthrough disciple. Lord Lemon wants a breakthrough. Break now. Thick earthen hall. What does this do? Go to breakthrough. What is he doing? What a legend. Is he learning something right now? Okay, we'll take it. It's 4 hours to go. And he learns to do something. I guess the better the room it is for meditation, right? But it's kind of funny that he's just casually doing it whilst they're eating. All stuff I need to learn, obviously. Research stuff coming in nice and quick, though, as well. One thing I'm trying to figure out is why the cook isn't cooking. Harvesting. Why are you choosing to harvest? You should be cooking. I don't know if these are working. Now, Pan, who is going to do it? It's supposed to be you. What is this? Breakthrough complete. Lord Lemon has reached adept level 2. Gain talent bastion. Health plus 34%. Very nice. A disciple achieves a breakthrough for the first time. Alright. 5,000 HP. What does that mean for the shield? Oh, he needs to get back up. Okay. So, does that mean... there isn't another person just yet, but there are certain people lying about. So, Panhu, why are you cooking? You're not even that good at it. I might go back to the other priorities in a minute, see if that works, because I'm not seeing that go through. All right, we're up to textiles. So we're going to grab textiles in, and we're going to want to put this in. So a loom. I probably will make a second room for this, though. I've got to be careful because we... don't know whether I need it in one now. Let's have a little look. I think we do. I might just put the loom in here then for now. So one little crafting room, just so I can start getting some basic clothes in. I'm going to flip Lord Lemon to go and do a bit of mining and constructing to get all this done. Let him do his thing once he slept, because we want to break all this down so we've got room. So another building. Once this one's done, I'm going to get rid of this. Then we've got a nice area for a new bit this side. And we're going to build a specific meditation room. So I've just done a little bit of reading whilst they were sleeping. And when you do your breakthrough, you want to do it in a max aesthetic room and stuff, so it makes it nice and good for them. Are they going to attack from this bandit camp again? Well, there's a tiger cub over there. We are going to get attacked very soon. I just need to be really careful. And I'm noticing the meals slowly but surely going down. So, I mean, we've got stuff in. We're pretty much ready. The wheat is coming in. I might need to get a bit more farmland done, but we are hunting, so all of that should come in. I am going to keep an eye on the millet and the mushrooms around here. I don't know whether you're supposed to cut mushrooms or whether they come back. From what I can see, you don't get anything until they're ready. All of this looks exactly the same, but their growth is 100%. Harvesting destroys the plant, but it doesn't give me the option for harvest, so I'm just going to wait. Although they are coming. Sorry, I nearly forgot. Draft everybody. Let's see where they're coming from. We've got 4 attacking us this time. And they are coming from this direction, so we should be okay. Then move forward. And here we go. Get them. We killed very fast, to be honest. So I'm not too concerned about needing to defend just yet. But I really don't... I'd rather not take too much damage. And lack of clothing isn't great. And there we have it. Right, now the battle's over. Let's focus on getting all of this built then, shall we? I've just noticed Lord Lemon ate, and he ate 2 porridges in one go. The greedy sod. So we've got to keep an eye on that when we do it. They seem to be scranning more than they need to. I guess it is like real time. One of these takes quite some time to construct, but it is carving rock. These rooms are questionable. All part of the fun. All of these have finished, and he's now constructing this arena, which is pretty awesome. So it is done. We'll allow the second one just to sit here for a moment. And I'm trying to get cooking up. It's working, but I need these to hopefully be deconstructed next. They are set for it. We also have 7 research points, so I think this sort of thing is probably a good idea. So let's get air-dried food, because we're struggling to cook. And then maybe a fence or 2 afterwards. So we're going to grab a drying rack as well. We've got the loom to go in. So I'll probably just have it this end for now. And the loom is coming in. Let's do it. So I'm just going to slow this down. We're going to weave. Oh, this is for the cloth. So we're probably going to need, I really don't know, fine cloth. Let's start with simple. And we'll turn off we'll say yes to these bits. We'll keep the kudzu vines because I'm not sure if they're used for something else. And we'll say until 40. Although we have 107, so we're ready. What about fine cloth? It takes 40 cloth to make 10, so maybe until 10? That should do. Let me just open research a second. It's probably the easiest way to kind of do this. Okay, linen robe, linen trousers, linen shoes. This has to be done on the crafting bench, which makes sense. Drying rack is done though, that's good. So we'll get all of that in. Oh, recruitable. Is it time to try and get this in? We need more people, so getting stuff done would be good. Right, we're going to enter battle with Lord Lemon, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully we can win this, because then we can get our 6th one. There's a bookseller to learn some things there. There's a wandering master, the outfitter as well. That might be where we can get clothing. I don't know. It does say that. And they finally deconstructed that. That's perfect. So we can get all this little bits done now. This one probably needs to go. So I want them to get rid of that one. That'll get us some stone back. Now I just need to figure out. So meals are coming in. But yeah, the clothing thing, I'm not quite sure where that is. Anyway, let's go have a look, see how we're getting on. I think we're always going to struggle to kill any of these. She's probably stronger than the last one, to be honest. We can get a shield down, we're good, but our shield going pretty low. And we've got that epic spear as well, but she seems to just have some really good gear. So I guess trying to recruit through this is a lot harder than you think. There it is, sewing tables. It's actually on textiles 2, so we need 10. Which is fine, we can start getting some of those in. That kind of makes no sense that it unlocks this stuff, but then you can't craft it until you get this sewing table, I'm guessing. So we're going to save up for this. Now, we're managing to cook up, but we're not maintaining the meals at all. We're like hovering around the same with some permanently cooking. So I also need to check in on a cooking station of some kind, so I reckon it'll be quicker. However, if we hunt and get the drying rack going and dried fruits, we could do it via that, which will help quite a bit. So there are some deer around this end. We're going to set all of those for hunting too. I think farming is a lot more important than I thought, so I'm going to extend some of these fields as well, because all of this will make our food a lot easier, right? So what we'll have to do is probably get more fruit bushes here, and then we'll just kind of extend these out. And what do we have here? Master, I'm Suru. I can distinguish the cold, hot, warm and cool properties of hundreds of medicinal herbs. My family has been practicing medicine for generations, and I have excellent medical and treatment skills. Yep, we'll take them. Just because we could do with the extra person anyway. She's a 9 on healing. So we'll turn everyone else off healing then. Or down to a 3 at least anyway. Not that great at everything else though. All her points seem to be in that. She's very... let's maybe get a... We can level her up, like I say, and crafting as well. And maybe 1 on deliver. She can run around hauling everything essentially. That should make cooking a lot quicker. I'm wondering if we get this, is it slower? It's waiting refueling. So sticks are a problem, aren't they? So we'll go until we got 100 sticks on the chopping block with the wood, and then we can cultivate our own trees. We're going to need to grow some at some point. These are amazing. Look how many logs you get. 55 from 1 small birch tree here. So we're going to chop down a few of these so we've got them. Because we're going to need that fuel anyway. We're looking good on the iron ore and stone. Got a little bit of leather. At 15 research then, the problem is the more people we get, the harder it's going to be, right? Rather than doing this, I'm just looking at cooking. There is a stone stove. What do we have here? Water and wood. There is so much. I need to do one thing at a time though. Let's go textile 2. That's what we were saving for. And I might still have this as like a main crafting room. So sewing table isn't too big, is it? We might need to get rid of one of these kind of tables though. Let's get the sewing table in here. So we'll have this as a main craft room for now. And I'm going to go ahead and get a generic dirt longhouse. Where's the door for this thing? There it is. So we're going to stick one of these this side. And this, I think, is going to become a bit of a kitchen. Right? So I'm going to go ahead and get in some of these tables. Problem is, the tables. There's so much room required. But they should eat at different points of the day. So I'm just going to have a table of 4. Then we're going to have a stove and stuff in this bit. That's our next job. I'm going to deconstruct this junk so I can actually make this a little bit better. And then these stores, we're going to change this up. I'm going to let this be everything other than food. And then I'm going to put in some more storages in this one, which will be explicitly food. So let's start putting some of those in. We'll have 4 for food in there. Once they're built, we'll go ahead and set that to raw and cooked. I'm just looking. Actually, I don't need all these clothing. Why is it complaining that nobody has clothing? They all have them. We'll keep this in mind for later stuff, but I've just clicked through. I should have checked, but they all have decent or some clothing on anyway. They've all got linen and 10 research points. What do we want to go for next? Yes, as we're making a kitchen, we go into this one. Just double check handcraft before we do that. Pharmacology is medicine, and then costumes. Oh my god, there's so much to learn. Let's go cooking. It's actually so I can get my stove in this area, and we want this close enough where they're by the storage. Right, we are down to 4 meals, so we're gonna have some hunger. These are taking quite some time, so dried food will be fine soon. However, we really need to get sorted. So you, honestly, all she's doing is cooking, but all the ingredients are like laying about. They're not like close. And we're going to attack on the way as well. I'll just let them do their thing. Dude, why is she butchering? Is it because she needs the meat? Oh, it is. It's because she needs the meat to cook. So she's off hunting, trying to get the meat to actually make some food. I wonder if we need to harvest a bit more then. I got 5 attacking. I need you. Here we go. I'm going to move up, try and get this done a bit quicker. Not too much we need to worry about. Should be quick kills. There we go. Get back to work. Let's go. Butchering classes as cook, does it? I might get someone else doing it as well then. Let's see who's the best here. Lord Lemon's a 5. Maybe we could get you doing it as well. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to get 2 people on cooking. Perfect. So we're going to have cooked food, raw food there. And a little table. Nothing too fancy in here. I need 1 more light or 2 in here as well. We'll go ahead and do that. And there's our stove. Hopefully this will help. So we'll do 12 porridge, 6 veggie soup. I think that'll do for now. There we go. Get some cooking done because we are struggling. Oh, complaining though. Hungry now. I will try my hardest to sort you out. It's actually in English this time. I'm going to have to say hold on a bit longer. We are close to having it 51%. So still a few days away, isn't it? We're drying some tea. I don't remember getting that, but cool. So you can't really set a cap on this, or can you? Although I'd like it to be dried meats. Once we've got that, we've got loads of food. So you just need to survive a couple of days, basically. What I'll do is I'll keep going around to make sure that we've got goodies. So I'll go through harvesting everything. It is almost autumn though, so we're going to need to think about heaters and stuff soon. This definitely feels harder or slower than Alien Dawn for resources and stuff, for sure. It plays exactly the same, but jobs are carried out much slower. Yeah, he's cooking as quick as he can, but I mean, porridge coming in, this is good, but he's then eating 2 at a time. They all are, so they're a way of rationing that. I'm going to get a water storage here. It's like a water butt of some kind as well. And let's just look at what we did get. Wardrobe, small cabinet, storage cabinet. These give aesthetic value, which is pretty cool. Ornament, animal head. Okay, we are keeping up with the meals now, so we just need to tide this over until we get this up. We're good. We are good. We have 12 research points now as well, so it's time to look into our next. This crossbow sounds awesome, doesn't it? But I don't know if it's worth it at the moment. We're still fighting pretty well. I'm just looking at what we need. Refined metallurgy. So refining forge. That gives us the iron ingots. I think we'll stay on the construction side then. Water and wood. Log pile is ideal because then we've got a decent storage for it without using our space. But I do want this dining hall. What's the cultivation here? Punching bag. Practice fist type techniques. Let's save them up. Let's just get to where we need to be. How have you got injured? Oh, bears. Okay. Oh, what's this? A Buddha ruins. That makes sense why there's loads of stuff around there. Right, I'm going to get Lord Lemon to read Moon Sword. Although I don't know if he'll need that. Once he's read it, you can assign the technique down here. I've noticed that. Anyways, look, rather than sleeping, he's reading the book. This should make him stronger, though. That's the idea. We're very close to leveling up anyway. I think I'm going to extend this apricot field as well, because once we get these, we'll have a good amount of dried fruit. So we're going to go for something a little bit bigger. It's not ideal there because it kind of blocks the view, but we'll work with it for now. When the lights dim, it does go really dark. I'm going to get rid of the campfire. Now we're going to exclusively cook from this one. It does seem to be quicker. And 17 research points. We probably want to look at this as well. It's in lack of clothing again. Is it because they don't have like an accessory or something? They all seem fine. Armless. The disciples. I don't know what that was. Hold on. What the hell are you doing? Oh, bandit overlords. Did I just miss something? I think we're good. Han Hu is going to win that one anyway. With Rushi Su in the background. We've got the other guys here anyway. They're dead. We can go back to work. I wonder if they've got loads of food. So we're going to pick a spot now where it's going to be like a bit of a room where they will do meditation. So I'm just going to start the foundations over this side. And that 19 research coming in pretty good now. So let's have a look. Let's grab this water and wood. Grab the fence as well. So a well will get us some water. This makes sense to kind of have by the kitchen somewhere. Let's go there. I won't put the walls down yet. I don't think we need them just yet. And then we'll get a nice log pile or two out this way for now. And poplar trees, to make sure that we've got them, I am going to get a little 12 by 12 that's like out of the way. So he's read that book. We can now give him Moon Sword. So we'd have to give him a sword as a weapon though, I think. Because I've got this green dusk spear. So now I realise I probably should have brought in a spear book. I'll let him learn it anyway though. I'm actually going to copy in a couple more of these because we're about to go crazy on dried meat. So I'm going to put in 2 more shelve units in here as well. We are mighty close, man. We are on 91%. And then food isn't a problem anymore. And then hopefully all our harvests will go into stockpiling that. Potential recruits. I mean, they're always way too strong. I chat with the grocer. What's more? Oh, here we go. I've got some money. No. Can I give you some stuff for some cash? We've got to deliver the resources there. Okay. I'm going to transfer some stuff over to this. That means so it basically transports into here, then we can sell them. So the idea will be to probably try and make a bit of cash. Looks like it transports into here. Look, that makes sense. So we can craft. This is how you make money. Then we'll come to the grocer. So if you right click, you can confirm all, by the way. 161. So we can actually make some, well, we can get some food if we wanted to. Each thing has a fullness value. That's where I was going wrong. So porridge probably has half a fullness value. That's why they're eating 2. Same with jerky. So actually, when I think I've got loads of jerky, it's not loads. So I'm going to get some dried fruit. Maybe some mixed stew to bring it up. That's pretty much good. We've got a little bit more here. What is this? Used to make elixirs. We don't need that. Maybe take some pumpkins then. There we go. We'll go 161 for 160. We'll get the money back. Complete 1 trade with a post station merchant. Sell 1,000 items to merchant in total. I definitely haven't done that. Is it because I bought loads of that stuff? I don't know. Cool. That's one way of doing it then. So it looks like our start of this got done. This is going to be the meditation room, like I was saying. So we've got to look at getting certain things in to make it better. Exotic rocks as an example to start. And then if I remember correctly, when we click these, it does kind of tell you a thick earth hauler. So 2 stone tables, we could start getting that in. And that's why he was able to meditate. So we can get some stone tables. Going to do it nice and symmetrical inside. And there we go. Looks like I'm starting to finally cook up some bits. And we've got the jerky. And there it is. Oh, thank God for that. We are good. Maybe we should look into this millstone stuff. Grind wheat and other grains into flour. So this would help us get bread, right? Does this need to be inside? I don't think so. Maybe put it just here for now, then in the middle. Right. So just looking at the guild, the sect management down the bottom here. It says we can upgrade. Once our reputation hits 500, we can upgrade, which increases your disciple limit and gives you some costume stuff. But I'm looking, you can have up to 10 disciples at level 1. Okay, so there is going to be some quite extensive building you can do, which is awesome. Ah, the log pile is an aesthetic thing. Ah, I'm such an idiot. So these things you can stick in. I think it does hold the logs. But yeah, it's an aesthetic thing. So if we place these guys like around... That's so strange. Get them outside their houses, you know? Or am I just misreading that? Yeah, decorates the environment. Okay, I probably should have read that then. So looking over, I'm going to see if there's anything we can get that would make us money. And I feel like that's where all the carpentry stuff would come in, right? This does get... this. I'm guessing, yeah, decoration, oil lamp. This cultivation stuff I want, so I'm going to grab that. So this is what's going to go into this room. We'll have a grindstone ×2. So if we look at what it was asking for, we'll be able to get those in, right? Make it better. There's Stellar Stone and Jade Frost Bed. Oh, hello, bandit. Let's get these guys outside and kill this guy. They just randomly come. This is probably why we want our wall. I get these guys to go kill him, though. Should be fine. Pretty sure if they don't lose their shield, they're good. I think it's safe to say we're getting there, though. Look at this little settlement. I'm not going to lie. Going into this, I think I'm doing okay, but there is so much to learn, man. It is, there's the whole fighting element is really, really deep and quite overwhelming, actually, in a good way. I will say is these guys don't seem to be using the storage properly. So these storage bits here should have jerky on, but it's all just left outside. They do last quite a long time because it is jerky, but is it because they're not set to hauling it? Maybe. Yeah, we want... I'm going to put them up on deliver. This might improve us a little bit, actually. So we'll wait for everything to be transported. There is a lot, but I'm hoping to see this jerky be moved onto the shelves. It's probably what I was doing wrong all along, actually. I didn't quite realize that they weren't hauling anything, and it was slowing everything down, including cooking. I'm going to awaken key source on everyone that can do it. I'm not sure what that does for us, but it levels them up, gives them extra shield either way, I think. So it's quite important that we do that. There we go. We got thick earth hall. So room effect level 3. Okay, so we've got these hibiscus flowers. Look at this aesthetics. So we probably want to get some of these around. This might make them happy. Let's get one right there. We're going to need some more logs. So I think I'm going to cut down all this bamboo. And what we're going to do... Actually, we'll cut down a few of these too. Got some good logs on them. We've got lots to do. But I'm going to go... Oh, what's this? There's always loads of little, like, pathways. Is that the way they come up? Anyway, that doesn't really matter. There is a bookstore. There's loads of stuff. Look, tournaments. Notorious Bandit? But yeah, bookseller. Should have a look at what they have, like this. So if there's a spear one, we probably want to try and get it. Technique boost damage. Fiery feather. 268. We don't have enough. Wow, they get well expensive, some of these. I mean, we'll just take some money. I need to start delivering some things too. Okay, a lot of this is worth loads. So is fermented tea. 39 a unit. So if we can start growing tea, that would be fantastic. I'm going to transport those in anyway, though. Did we have the ability to get tea? I think I saw it on a research, actually. There it is. If we get onto this, that is a money maker right there. This is really cool. Look how big the tree is. It's so scary. I'll look at the crafting things where we can look into what it is to build that stuff for the room. All the way down here, look, Keyforge. It's really far down. I'm going to save it for the dining hall, though. I'm going to make this a little bit better. It needs to be bigger. We need a separate dining hall. If we call this a kitchen. But yeah, we'll let them finish this off first. I need to remember we are going to need some heaters very soon. It is the autumn, but still 22 degrees. So I'm going to wait a couple more days, and then we're going to go start putting in some heaters everywhere. I'm not convinced these shelves work. Oh, what is this? Annual summary. I hear your sect has been trying to save money lately, and disciples have already started using mind cultivation. What is all this? Gives us 200 based on our reputation. Is that our money? We get a registrar weapon chest and uncommon manual. Okay. So did we get given that? We did. Fiery feather. Oh my god, I didn't really look into this. Just looking into the sect management, you've got like so much. Look at all this. It's got like whole diplomacy things. So we've got an inner person. And then our outer ones with an elder and then the younger ones. It's really quite cool. Oh, they are using it. Okay, they do work. I just hadn't transported it in. Perfect. So all of this being transported now is going to make the world of difference. I'm going to leave them transporting because it's going to help us. I should have had that lower to start. But what I'm going to do, this is though a bit of a temple, right? We've got our housing area that's going to continue to grow this way. We've got farming in the middle. Not sure if that's still the right place, but that's okay. And I want to get a proper dining hall, I think. So not this small little thing. Although I could have this as the same. You can switch it to a certain room anyway, right? And it'll tell you what you need. So this being a kitchen, it tells you what you need to make it complete. Got you. That's so good. So do these automatically assign to a bedroom? All right. We need better rest facilities, I know. Room size is big enough. Got you. So each room we build, we want to make sure it's set as a bedroom. That's those done. And then this is going to be from thick earth hall. We're going to go crafting chamber. So we need some kind of ornament to finish this off. Okay, so I guess all of this allows them to level up their key much quicker. I hope I'm even saying that right. Yeah, it allows the cultivation speed to be better, right? So what is this book? This is a shield increase. That's actually pretty good. So I might get our man to read that when he wakes up. Right, I'm going to switch myself to get onto planting. I'd messed this up actually. I wasn't doing it properly. So our main planter is Yuan Zhanglen, who's actually our cook. So it's not ideal really. It's very good at both. So when you're not cooking, you should be planting. Right, 7 degrees outside. It is time for the heaters. That actually dropped a lot quicker than I thought. So I am going to put one in each room. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. And then we'll turn them off afterwards. And our millstone is done. So it takes 100 grain and makes 50 flour. Now let me check what bread, or it's got to be flatbread, right? So that takes 10 flour to make 2 flatbread. But if we do porridge, it's 20 grain to 2 porridge. So, and the flatbread makes them happier and more full. So it makes sense to go ahead and make flatbread. So I'm going to try 12 flatbread. This is going to go to the top because we're going to grind up the flour. Hopefully until 200 flour will be what we grind up. So we're not, obviously can't do that yet. We can do a little bit, but then I'm going to expand this field now. So next year we'll have loads. Kind of makes sense. I need a lot of flour. Now hopefully we've got enough food to see us through. We do continually keep drying the fruit when we can, but things are going to run out now. So what we have is what we've got. We can trade for food, remember, and it's worth doing. So we've got quite a bit in. Specialty products. What do you have? Frost palm. There is so much fighting. Overlord spear. How much is one of that? 2,000. Could probably get that. Yeah, look how much we would make from selling this. 2,629. I'm going to do it. So we've got the money. And then if we wanted, then we could get one of these spears. Thunderbolt spear sounds awesome. But for now, we'll just keep making money. I'm hopefully going to come up with something that will be pretty good. I'm thinking that windcutter sword. What damage does this? 161, 161. Slashing. Now we'll keep him the same, but we'll give someone else a better sword. I think focusing on our clothing might be a good idea as well. Obviously, I've got a few more things I want to build, and actually, I think building slightly bigger rooms is better going forward. But yeah, we're going to look into where better beds are. There it is, double bed down in leisure, so I might get advanced carpentry then. And there's kudzu bush actually. This is quite handy because we do need these vines. And we'll start this out this way. Just a little 6x6 out the way. Different types of storage, so many types of storage. There's a single bed actually that we've now got, a wooden bed. So realistically, we probably want to swap these over, don't we? I'm going to go for a deconstruct. I'm going to try and get these done today. We can go a day or two without beds if not. And the heater's coming in as well. In order to see a temperature, you're clicking directly on the room, I believe. It didn't actually show. Yeah, there it is. Temperature 6 degrees. Is that with that heater on? Okay, so all the bedrooms are in and good. I'm guessing the better the houses, the better the insulation will be later on anyway. I know it's just dirt. And it looks like the bed's coming in now as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and get these single beds in. This should help a little bit. I'm hoping we do keep these good. Yeah, the temperature is a few degrees more, so 5 degrees in the bedrooms more, so hopefully we won't freeze to death in the winter. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty hard. So we're going to do a bit more hunting where we can. So I need someone to do that. And this will keep us good through the winter as well. I'm going to pick someone that isn't really doing anything else. And that's going to be Sue Rushi. And that's pretty much it. Actually, we'll just have one doing that. Sue Rushi has the hunting bow, I believe, as well. So we're all good. Wooden bow. Does these bedrooms class as a bedroom now? It does. Look at that. Room effect level 2. So all of these, I think, helps them in, well, obviously happiness, but then all the key every single time. So if we have a look, yeah, I can see it. Look, as they're sleeping, they get internal arts XP. So Panhu's should be stronger, and Rishi Su. Right, incoming attack as well. I'm going to leave them good for now, though, before we go any further. Just keeping an eye on raw resources. As long as we dry that meat, we're good. I'm going to draft everyone in a second. All right, let's go. Let's get everyone in. I'd be tempted to push on and see if we can attack these, actually. I don't know if those towers hit us, though. Might do it. So we'll start by fighting these guys. Gone in on your own, have you? Mr. Lemon. I'm just going to see if we can push on. I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but I only see there is some. Going to kill these tigers. Just want to see if we can... Well, we get shot at, really. No, don't go in. Come out here. There we go. I don't know if this was a good idea at all, so we'll see. It seems to be absolutely fine. Wow, the fighting is pretty impressive in this game, like the training. And then I think we'll have to attack this. If we can go in and like loot it. Damage, there we go. Oh no, maybe not. Kill him first. He's the bandit leader. Get him, boys. How strong is he? He's not strong. He's fine. Once his shield's gone, he dead. We're a little bit injured, but he is dead, so we are good. They can hopefully go and damage this now. I think you just got to wait for it to do their thing. There we go. And they'll take this thing down. Let them go back. They might just get rid of it then. Doesn't look like there's any actual loot. But it's worth noting that is how you get quite a bit of... It seems the fighting itself gives you good XP. I think we're ready for more beds. There we go. We'll get everyone a lovely little bed there. Give them some good coziness. Look at this, sword training. They actually go to the grindstone to level that up. All right, you'll see we're a couple of days ahead now as well. Arguably, I thought I'd paused and it carries on running in the background. You can see them moving about, so we did kind of move forward a tiny bit. It's fine. So I'm expanding this room because I think we're going to turn this into some large training room. I'm not going to try and perfect this kind of thing here. It's already pretty good, but I see that we have area here. You see this? It's not quite maxed out, so it looks like it go to level 7. And then we need to add lighting as well, so we're going to continue this one on. However, we are going to, I believe, need to demolish the roofs to be able to redo it across the whole thing. And I can't see an easy way of doing this other than clicking each one. I could drag, to be fair. Yeah, or drag and go tile roof, deconstruct. There we go. And then we'll get this in around these guys. I'm looking forward to getting the newer buildings. Yeah, because the bedroom's only level 2 as well, so you kind of want these bigger too. And once the room's complete, it does tell you the temperature down here as well. So luminance is obviously our light source. Area needs to get bigger, and then aesthetic. So we can make these better via, is it the screens? Now, we don't have a lot of room to fit stuff in, so for now, they're just having their little boxes. But that's fine. That'll give them a little bit more aesthetic as well. And each thing helps everything grow quicker. Now, I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my apricot farm. I'm going to extend it out this way, mainly because it's kind of in the way. I'm going to remove this field, and we're going to chop all this down. Not ideal, but that's all right. We've got our harvest for this time anyway, and they don't produce that much. It's given us some dried fruit, but not crazy amounts, so I'm not too concerned. Right, we seem to be under attack from some bandits, and there's quite a lot coming, so we're going to have to grab everyone. I know you're all sleeping, guys, but we've got a problem, and it's time for a scrap. Bandit drone. Okay, bring it on. More coming in at the same time. We should be able to kill these very quickly anyway. They're not happy in the dark, though, I know that much. I'm going to go meet them just so we can get this over and done with. Killing them very quickly, I think. Yes, super fast. Good job. You can go back to bed now. Would be nice if I could steal the stuff off these, but there is no option to strip them. Okay, there's more coming. I don't know why, but there is. Wow, is it because I killed their base? Maybe. There is loads coming, though. We'll keep killing them. Killing them super fast, so it's not a problem. There we go. I think we're going to be more than good for the winter. You can see we are 2 days away from it. And we've got a whole bunch of meat drying up as well. And I see we've got no more milled wheat. We've got a little bit of apricots will probably be drying up as well after cutting down the trees, which is pretty handy. But most things aren't going to be ready until next year now. You're tempted to expand the fruit fields too. So we're going to go another 6x4 on those. The reason being is you get, I believe, the output is sticks and berries. So that's going to be pretty handy. Oh, when we kill them, they're dropping stuff. Look at this. We're getting books. Okay. That makes sense. So they are dropping bits. That's good when they attack then. Look at this. Sect Doctrine. There's a 1-year cooldown for each setting of the Sect Doctrine. You have lots of different things. Porter, plus 40% carry weight, costs 5,000 coins. What have we got? Steadfast. This is good. All disciple construction speed, plus 50%. 10% global work speed, but fatigue. Okay. This one's awesome. The construction speed, though. Probably want to transfer some things across to the shop, then. We've got some linen trousers here that are golden. What's the difference? Is that health? It is. It gives you much better maximum key shield. Gives you health as well. Wow, that's amazing. So we'll give you some golden trousers, Huang Zhenglang. Right, we have a lot of research points, and I've noticed that need for clothing that keeps coming up. It's actually to do with accessories. So we're going to take accessory 1, and we're going to come on in and see. Hold on, there's got to be a crafting for this. There it is, accessory workbench. Thing's pretty big, but I'm going to put it this end anyway because there's room, and hopefully get everyone one of those. Right, now we've got those sheets in here. Look, we got a little bit better aesthetic. So bedroom, to get to level 3, needs to hit 25. So mainly the area. I could put in another light in each one, but I think we're going to have to accept that we need to make bigger rooms. So we should probably strip these out. The problem is you have to rebuild every single item. There's no move item yet in the game. But once this room's done, I'll work on that. I've just got to wait for these to be destroyed. There's a little bit more roof to come down as well. Worth noting there is a lot we can grab because we've got these research points. So we've got some leisure things here that would help. I'm just going to pause it so I can actually have a proper look again. I'm going to take this master outfit and blacksmith art. So we'll start going up this one because the combat arts are pretty good. We can get onto some better stuff here. The sandbox is the next tier scroll, which is the creation scroll that we're going to need to get the cultivation stuff. And then we'll need Luban's manual, which is going to be a little bit further down, I'm assuming. But either way, then, we've got ourselves some kind of master outfit. I'm not sure if we can put that on or whether it's craftable. But we have the accessory. It's some kind of umbrellas. That's all we have at the moment. They use fine cloth, so it looks like we can make 2. Let's go with orchid umbrellas. That does mean we've got different things like brazier. So this gives good temperature boost. Says it must be placed on a table, though. That does mean we could get them in here, actually. That's pretty cool. Get some braziers on those tables. And a forge bench. This is used for weapons. The room's not quite big enough, so we're going to need another one to get that in. I can't see where we get those master outfit, though. I've just noticed something this whole time, too. Look at this. So if we go into their overview, you have to manually put these tools on, and I haven't been doing it. Wooden toolkit gives boosts to certain things. Crafting, farming, and mining. So we're going to put these on a couple of people. And those are our wooden tools. So there is actually a pretty good use to these. I'm going to confirm a few of those for craft as well. We'll get those on it. Just increase. So those little things every time. There's these tiny bits that will make us a little bit quicker that I've overlooked. I think we're officially ready for the roof. But I'm not going to put the roof on until they destroy this wall, which is coming in now. Because they do destruction after building, it seems. So we'll go ahead and get that nice roof on there. That looks pretty cool. The wider we go. I'm going to increase the jade brick to 100. So this is both an item I think we're going to need later on, but also something we can sell to. We're almost there on the roof. They're just putting in the final touches to that one. This is so cool. I've got a lot of rebuilding to do, though. And then I think to the side of this platform, I don't know how big we're going to want the little blacksmith shop, but we're going to have probably... Let's try and keep it similar size. Go 9 by 10 there as well. We'll just do a little bit of fun for each, you know. And we're about to come into the winter. So hopefully we're prepped and ready. Look at that. With that size, look, we've hit... So we've got to get to 65, I can see, to get to level 5. So aesthetics and luminous will work. That's fine. So we're getting a few more lights. And honestly, we'll decorate at the back. I'm going to leave these in the middle, actually. It's pretty cool anyway. I've got 119 leather now, guys. So what I'm going to do is do leather boots. 12, so we're all good. We've got plenty of cotton. So I'm going to go ahead and do 6 leather boots now for these guys. And I'm pretty sure it has better armor value than linen anyway. And if I hover over this lack of clothing, guys, it does tell me the accessory look. So that's all I needed to do. And it looks like the merchant is back in. I will continue to send things in. It's not buying for very much, but it's a good way for us to still earn a little bit of cash. Main thing I want to send over is jade brick, maybe. I feel like we're going to need it, but we're going to make some more anyway. And then we probably want to start having people read. So we can start making better techniques via these books, right? So we've got Purifying Slash, Tiger Punch, which is a fist thing. I feel like Plum Blossom Gale is actually better, so I'm going to read that, and we're going to assign that as our second technique. A Futon. I don't know what... I'm going to put some of these in. We're just going to blat them in separate rooms at the moment, because I haven't quite decided how I'm going to have this, but we're going to have a couple of punching bags at the back as well. And we'll make this just a bit of a mixed room at the moment. Not because I think that adds to aesthetic value anyway on a lot of them, but it's just something they can use for meditation for now. I know why they're sword training now. It's to level this up. Interesting. So we're going to go for Plum Blossom Gale. We're going to work on getting a nice big sword for these guys as well then. So let's have a look. So this person has the bow, but they probably should have this. So we're going to swap them over. And then when they're training sword and fighting with a sword, they'll be much better. Let's have a look if we can get someone crafting then. I think we have Hupan always crafting, to be fair, so it shouldn't be a problem. He's a level 9 in it, so that's fine. There's just a lot of crafting to do across the board on all of these. So we've got shoes, we've got cloth to make. We've also got accessories. So now good news is we have some in stock already. I've just got to wait for them to transfer over. And it looks like we got an attack coming, which is always good for us actually, because we just get loads from it anyway. Now I'm going to change these research tables to not go too far. And rather than forever, we're going to change it until. So for now, that'll be more than enough, right? And then they can move on to other jobs. I'm going to draft everyone because the attack's about to come. I'm actually going to wait for them to come to us, because if we loot them, hopefully they come that way again. They seem to always come from that side, or be coming from somewhere else. Seems to be the case, doesn't it? I can't see anyone. It said they were attacking, but they've gone. I know, here they come. Yeah, always coming from this side. So what we could probably do is focus our defense this end as well. So we want them closer to our storage, essentially. Guys, I'm going to say I really, really like the game. It's really good. Now that everything's clicking for me, and I'm sure there's still more, but it really does make sense. Like, all these things we're leveling up, look. Obviously, I'm nowhere near doing it perfectly. I haven't even done the tutorial, but we're building. That's the main thing, and enjoying it, right? And I think in some ways we did handicap ourselves. But all good. Let's see what happens then when they disappear if we get some loot off them. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's another book there that's been dropped, which is Sunder Shuruken. Projectile Techniques. That's good. I'm already thinking then we've got a bookseller here. They probably have better stuff than what we want. But either way, we're going to make money, aren't we? It's only 103 for the jade brick. But if we want to buy one, we can afford it. So this gives key shield, which is probably quite important. Defense is also very good, right? Additional slashing damage. So I guess you can stack these on top of each other. Mimic the spirit monkey, calling self to gain movement speed for 40, plus 40 for 15 seconds. Gives them extra dodge chance as well. That's a 100 key shield when you're restoring, plus 15% damage for 10 seconds. That's really good. Spirit recharge. I'd be tempted to buy that. Let's do it. I'm taking it. Oh, you can click the different vendors anyway just by clicking over here. Look at this stuff. 1,600 for a robe though. So the better they are. So you got common, uncommon. I see movement speed becomes faster as well. See, there's loads of depth, man. This is awesome. So we got 50 research points then. More than enough, right? It's probably time we go into the next bit. Honestly, they want a dining hall. They're asking for it. So unlocking something for that. I know I was doing a blacksmith forge, but actually it makes sense for something to become a dining hall, which could be this thing over here. Yeah, ice ding, used to store perishable food and significantly extends its preservation time. Now I know what I need to do then. Well, we'd get one of these in, and that would act as a meal holder for these guys. And we could get rid of these two, right? Or the meals ones. Maybe these two can go. Not that dried food is a problem anyway. If we look, like dried indoor under a roof is 5 years, so it's going to last ages anyway. Alright, dirt floor's done over here. I'm going to get them to finish all this stuff before we move any further. It looks like we are waiting on simple cloth and that though, so we'll let them kind of do their thing. Not select anything further. Now I was looking around the map to see if there's anything else we need to research. We've done most things. It's a shame we can't plant our own millet, but it looks like a lot of it, I guess we can, but a lot of it gets built through our research anyway. So wind, so I was just reading, this is an earth hall, right? So breaking through in this room is down here, grants earth element traits. So you want to be doing it through this. So if we want a spear, we want to make a spear hall. So like an armory is an example. Yeah, I guess your aim is to try and build these areas, right? So yeah, dining hall can have those ingredients in. So maybe the dining hall doesn't need to be huge. So if I come in and say we want to break through, we're not quite there yet, but if someone else wanted to break through, we would do it in this room here. So we'd click breakthrough. Would we do it here? No rooms available to break through. Oh, I've got it as a spear hall, you donut. So let's go back in. I accidentally clicked that. If we click breakthrough, we can do it in a thick earth hall. So attribute skills based on this level, because it's a higher level that will gain. These are these traits that we can get. I'm going to go to breakthrough though. I'm going to let her do it and see how she gets on. Yeah, it's done quicker as well. That's really good. And I'm assuming that gets you leveled up quicker as well. So each type has different passives. So if you do fire, for example, you gain damage. Okay, it all makes sense. Room level 2. We got room level 4, haven't we? Of earth. So technically, you can get any of these. So you have a chance to learn even better moves when you break. So gain talent, gather key. So key shield plus 15. So it has reached adept level 2. And that's because they broke through in the earth room. I fully understand it now. Okay, that's awesome. Worth noting, every time I do this, it does make them stronger too. So she's going to come in a little bit stronger each time. I'm going to switch Lord Lemon to move into crafting here as well, because I believe we... Oh no, we're only level 5, so it's probably not the best. Have we got anyone better at craft here? Hupan and Dongshu. Dongshu is researching, so you should be crafting secondary. So that's fine, actually. Cool. Hopefully we can get everything done then. And here's our little food storage thing. So this ice ding will do, let's say... I guess we can say whatever in here. It has a big capacity. Do you see that? They're just chucking that food in there. So does that mean, yeah, 17 years if it's in there? That's insane. So we want a few of these, don't we? I think we've got room to get more in. And there's 2 more ice dings. So these should provide some pretty good food storage. I'm going to deconstruct these guys now. So I'm going to cancel these guys. I've just seen a priority down here. I've just realized what we want to do here. So this room needs to stay as like an earth room. I think you can change it each time, but it's 64 of 65. So we want to probably get it up. Is that maximum we need to hit? Does a wooden window help? We'll see. I'll get 2 wooden windows on there. And then we'll start working on this guy. But before I touch that one, I've decided we need a food area. So eating, bit of a kitchen, right? Let's go near this bit. Not kitchen, dining hall. And they need to be pretty big. From what I can see, let's go 7 by 10. There we go. We'll have that in. This will become the dining hall. I've just seen this in the accessory workbench called a gear core. Gear core precision, a machine to drive automaton. So I've come in and I've been looking. Just got to find it again. You can basically stranded or alien dawn robots. There, automaton. Digging automaton or farming. We can get a farming robot essentially to do all our farming for us, which is where we need to be, I think. Just seeing short musket and stuff over here as well. This is super cool. Yeah, there we go. We have crafting automaton there. Look, gear upgrade as well. Can you get them to fight for you? So I think refined metallurgy is going to be a good idea, but I want to get to combat arts for the sandbox. And this will get us the better weapons as well. There's also this research, but it requires the creation scroll. So we're going to take combat arts for now. I should probably get pharmacology just because, but we'll have to build an actual room for it. Because I'm sure, yeah, ward here. No, not a ward. Insight hall? What's that one? Oh, there we go. Laboratory. I think that's going to be our medicine one, isn't it? So we can turn this into a crafting chamber if we get some things in. So we need an antique shelf or something in this one. I'm going to go for normal antique shelf. Pretty sure that can be used for storage of these items too, but then we can make... I think they craft better if the room's correct. A bit like going medieval in that way. What I would say is, at the moment, the winter's been pretty mild and things are still growing, so pretty good. So just want to point out what I didn't do wrong, overlooked it again completely. You've got tailor, artwork and craft. So tailoring is for the obvious stuff. This is for weaving and sewing. Artwork is for the accessories. That's why the accessories weren't being made. Nobody was on artwork, so I've changed that now. And Mr. Lemon, the man himself, is over here getting our crafting done. So he's starting with our shoes. And Panhu is hitting up our accessories. And this Orchid Umbrella gives max damage 49. I wasn't reading these properly. Sorry, wrong thing. So if we go accessory, what is really weird is you almost have to click it to then see what it does. Oh, look at it in here. So Plum Umbrella does combat power. Unless they all do it. It just says some form of combat power each. There's no way of seeing which one does which until we craft them. Maybe we should do one of each. There we go. We'll get one of each and then I can figure out which one does what. Now, running speed is less on leather boots. However, the leather boots are they give defense plus dodge plus key shield recharge rate, which is better. Now, one thing I don't know is it luck whether you get uncommon or common? Because he's made an uncommon pair. And I also see we are out of storage. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some depots here. And we're going to put... maybe don't need that many. I'm going to put 2 depots for the clothing. I'm going to get some palace lanterns in this as well, which is going to be our eating area. I believe they give off some light too, which is nice. And then in here we're going to have the wooden tables with stools. Looks like 1 table is going to be enough anyway, which is good. So I can cancel that one. And then hopefully once the roof's done, I can select this as a correct building. How many more pieces? A few more. Right, we're going to exclusively move to flatbread only. What do we need in here? I think we need to put in... Well, this haystack is actually a ornament only. This millstone needs to go. And we need to put it inside the kitchen. So we're going to need to make room. And I think that comes down to deconstructing these 2. I can deconstruct these. And then we'll have room. And I'm going to put the grindstone inside of here as well then. So we can go flour straight into the flatbreads. What do we get? Freezing chill, a disciple suffers. What is it? -6 outside. How is it in here? -1 in your little dirt house and your tiny heater. We've only got 4 days of winter remaining anyway, and we should be fine. Maybe some heat in here though. Alright, we can make this the dining hall then. So let's have a look. Room size is good. We've got the table and chairs coming in, and then... Oh, let me get rid of that. Then we need 1 recipe board. There we go. 1 recipe board, in we go. And that will be then our little dining hall. Or rather large dining hall, but it should be pretty good. Doing really well now, to be honest. I was... Well, it started off a bit rough, but actually once I figured out all the priorities and how everything works, it's really, really much easier. Look at all this wheat now as well. And so much jerky and all that. It looks like inside the ice ding, the grain will last 30 days as well. Oh my god, there's bandits everywhere. How did I miss that? Go, go, go! And they are damaging my walls. Are we good? I need walls. We need to spend some time getting some walls up. Because I didn't see that. There was no, like, indicator that they were here or anything. Well, it's the easy kills anyway. And the last one goes down. Hoping we got some goodies from them. Oh my god, the millstone. Look at this. I guess they just set it off. Ah, the feed is both grain plus that to actually get this thing to run. Right, so we couldn't have a millstone inside then, could we? That would just be weird. Oh, we can definitely get a water thing in there then. And what else can we do instead of the millstone? Maybe a second water butt. So I think we're out of leather now. So it's time to hunt a bit more. This is cool that they haven't got to stand there and do it or do it on its own though. That really is. I don't want to deconstruct that one. I want to keep that there. This will give us the flour we need to make up those flatbreads for a slightly better meal. Oh, obviously we're living well off jerky anyway, but... Right, I see the accessories. Look at this. Healing XP bonus and comprehension for the Orchid Umbrella. The Daisy Umbrella gives max damage plus taming XP. Okay. The max damage isn't bad, so I might put that on mine for a start. And what was the other one? Healing XP bonus. So we have... Is it Shudong? No, it is... Rushi Su. So you've got the granite gourd, but if we give you the Orchid Umbrella instead, actually could get that gourd on you. And the shelving unit then, let's have a look at what goes on here. Cloth, and tools. That's cool, man. So we could always set priority to maximum. Lower value means higher priority. So we're going to have that as for your stuff as a 1. Same for all the food stores. These lights are impressive. They're really nice. Once this ornament goes in, we'll look. It's almost there. And there it is. We've got ourselves an actual room. It's a bit cold, but it's a level 3 dining hall. The area is not big enough, but that's okay. That'll do for now. I really need to get up to the better construction stuff then, don't I? Masonry's all the way this way, though. So jade brick for jade hut. So a golden armor for the first time. Hold on. We just made, unintentionally... some gold armor. Was that... Oh, we got rare leather boots. See, all of this is amazing. Farming XP bonus as well. Look at what you can do. So our gold boots give defense, running speed, movement speed, and 11. So if we swap to these, look, we get the farming XP bonus. It did say that we crafted something perfect, though. Ah, it's down here. Look at this. Okay, farming XP bonus 40%. So you've got to wear that one then. Who'd have thought all of this makes the world of difference? Oh, that's poison damage too. Wow. So is RNG, it seems, on the crafting, but the higher level you are, the better it be. So we could technically get some good weapons based on that, couldn't we? How are we looking? Any flour in yet? It's quite slow to make. Right, anyway, we should get these outer walls started, shouldn't we? Is this crossbow a defense thing? Defense facility used to fend off external attacks and invasions. Got you. So we need to do a wooden fence then, don't we? This thing is quite the... It's going to be quite the expensive thing to do. So we'll just start this one. I'm going to have a fence gate over here. What we're going to do is work it towards this so I've got room. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I'm basically trying to set up a little choke point at the front. What I might do is go a little bit wider, actually. There we go. We'll have a little entrance point gate here. I could technically get some crossbows and that on like a wall or something afterwards then. Yeah, that'll be the start of it. Yeah, I saw it. So Moonsword is almost level 3, so it gets the next buff at level 4. Plum Blossom is the same, so level 2. But it's 23%. So level 4, that gets plus 20 crit chance as well. So we're in heavy snow. I think we've only got, 3 days remaining, so I just want to get into that. We've got enough wood to put in a lot of effort for me, honestly, just to go ham on this outer wall, if I'm honest. Right, we've got an attack on the way. I'll leave the trees outside of the wall, because they're not going to do much. Then we got it all the way around. So the idea is to have a few fence gates in place. And the good thing is you can put it straight on there anyway. So we're going to have one on each edge, but hopefully they'll come at this bit as their main attack point. Alright, we're under attack, so I'm going to move in place. I'm just going to stand here. So Bandit Leader and Yang Shi? Who are you? They are floating demon-looking things. Okay. Well, we might be able to get some stuff off them at least. I'm going to come forward a little bit more just so we're away from our buildings, and we're going to take these guys out. If they come flurrying in like that, it should be pretty quick kills anyway. Yeah. not bad. They do drop stuff, which is nice. But I want whatever they've got. These spears and stuff. Anyway, carry on. Slay the drought demon once. Is that one of these things then? Must be. A drought demon. Oh, that's it. The one with the still in Chinese writing, I think. So they dropped some berries. Right, guys. After asking in the Discord, I now know how to do the outfit that we unlocked. So, you remember the one I was on about? This master outfit? We have to click Sect Management, then Structure, then under your person, you have to click Uniform. And then that will take us into this. And I think it is just an outfit, so it doesn't actually matter. There it is. Dark Dragon Scorch Plate. Seems highly unnecessary, but here we are. Is there any hats? So that's my master male clothing. Let's turn this off. Where are you? Yeah, and it puts it on. Look at that. So it's a pointless research, but I look an absolute unit in this dragon armor, so that's cool. Oh, the crossbow goes up on a tower, guys. Look at this. What is it to build one? That's actually really... Are we out of iron? We need to get crude iron ingots for the crossbow, so that's our next research then, because I want some towers, which is over here. So we're going to research refined metallurgy. And I have a feeling we want to put this over this way, because this is going to become that room, right? We're going to put that in there, as well as a forging bench and a lunar lantern in the middle. Look at this thing. Can that go inside? Maybe not. No, too tall to place indoors. So I'll build this room out eventually. I just got to let them finish the outer wall, which is coming along nicely, to be honest. Smashing through the outer fence, let that all the way to the back here. I'm just destroying one of these research benches, and I'm going to put in a wardrobe in here because we're struggling for storage. And honestly, this needs to go, and I need to make a proper big storage area. So I'm actually going to get rid of this one now, and I'm going to say don't add the feed. We're going to grind up soon. We have flour in stock, hopefully inside these guys. There it is, and the flour will last 4 years, so it's pretty good to do. Dining room probably should have been by the kitchen as well, but it's fine. And look at this, the final touches this outer wall. I have one more piece to get in, and looks like our forge and stuff coming in as well. They got through this stuff pretty quickly actually. Now that I'm stabilized, they're able to get work done pretty well. But look at this, we have flatbreads too. And I was looking at how to level up the sect, and each time we build an official cool new feature of some kind, it gives us reputation points. Did you see that? So we're almost level 2. You need 500 reputation points. So we need crude iron ingots, if we remember, guys, on that one. We're going to go for 50. Then in the forge bench, we can now make these wind cutter swords. So I'm going to attempt these guys. They're pretty easy to make. So weaponsmith, hopefully, and we might even get lucky and make a gold one. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, I think we're safe once they finish this bit to go along. But we've got snow again. I think we're on the last day of winter, which is nice. And once we've got those irons in, we can actually make ourselves a lovely bit of crossbow. I don't think you need to do a kill box like Alien Dawn, but it might be worth it anyway. And there he goes. Pan who? Are you good at your 9 crafting? Okay, we might be able to get a good level here. And what we're going to do is continue this on. I don't know whether this is going to be overkill on size, but we're going to have a double door into it. Maybe a window at the back or 2. A couple of lights in there or 3, and then we'll get this sorted afterwards. One more roof. Roof takes ages on these large scale ones, but this is good. And then hopefully I can turn this into a room that we want. I was looking, farms probably should go outside, and then we can build this a bit further. I want a storage room though. Same goes for bedrooms, they need to be bigger, so this surface area might not be enough. And first swords or 2 coming out. I'm going to have a look, because if they're able to make good ones... No, we just made a common one, unfortunately, this time. I guess you can keep trying though until you get good ones. And we got another annual summary here, so we've got some reputation points. I need to check in how we do this. Does seem to give it you anyway. Yeah, fiery feather. That's pretty impressive by level 5. Some things go all the way up to level 15 from what I can see. We're level 3 on moon sword. We need to get a good sword for Lord Lemon. I'm actually tempted to read Fiery Feather. I'm going to get him to do that. So when he does level up, I believe... Is it Adept though? Yes. Looks like we can upgrade. Our reputation has gone up massively, so we're going to go in. This gives us a disciple limit and takes our reputation up. Not that we have disciples yet. And that unlocks some of these now. So Enthusiast, Doctrine, Slacker, but it makes them really happy. Ooh, the Sleeper one's pretty good. Become healthy upon walking. We can't afford them yet. Well, being back in spring has its benefits, right? So we're going to then, I think... Hold on, can we turn the large heaters off? No, they just stay the same and it's decorative. Got you. That's kind of strange. I thought they were fueled, but I didn't see that they were. So I don't know whether I'm going to have to break those down to keep them good. I think they were just to decorate. From what I was reading, wow, that's... I'm an idiot. Well, this one is saying Crimson Glow Hall. Is that just because we've got loads of light in there, which is a fire room? That's not actually what it is. I guess it could be. Fire... Okay, I'm going to leave it as that. It grants fire elements. The area isn't quite big enough. It's level 4. So if we were to break through in the Crimson Glow Hall, we're going to try that. I'm trying to understand how you raise the foundation of Key Forge, because half its aptitude is the main attribute that affects cultivation speed. So adjusting the environment, I think when they go in there, then it might go up more, but everyone's at like a 70 when I click this. Thunder Call. Attacks have a 16% chance to unleash Thunder Call, dealing 220% attack of key damage to enemies within range. That's what was learned. Okay, thank you, Panhu. So I can look at them down here. We can go with... We could actually do a Verdant Grow Hall. So just a room would do wood element traits. And then the metal one, honestly, we could turn that kitchen into metal resonance hall as well. Okay, it's easy enough then. Yeah, so looking at this, with a crafting chamber, equipped with complete facilities and bright lighting, enhances work efficiency to a certain degree. There it is, Happy Work 2, Coziness, and Reset Rest Value Decrease Rate. Okay, that's why you do it. Is that the same in the kitchen then? Cooking Speed, Trait Happiness, plus Cooking... Ah, the rooms are so important then. Alright, we managed to get an uncommon sword. Wind Cutter. We'll probably go through. If someone has a grey sword, we'll swap them over. We got grey fists. Do we want to keep them on fists though? I don't see why you would ever use the fists then. I guess they are quite good if you get good ones. But we're focusing on maybe the swords, which is better, so we'll go with that. Right, we're officially idle, so it's probably about time we did something then, like construction. And why not build a nice big storeroom? So I actually want to put it in this bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and deconstruct all of this. And they can move all this out of the way anyway. We'll get that all done, and then I'm going to get the dirt foundations in this bit. I get a 9 by 13. Is that overkill? 9 by 12. 10 by 12. Worst part is you have to deconstruct and recycle all these anyway. I haven't decided what this room is going to be yet. Might just make it internal storage for now. But yeah, we could do with making some nice bedrooms too. It was me thinking about food was being an issue. It just turns out hunting is the way to go. Have we got more flour? No. So we need another flour mill. So it'd be worth looking at what kind of rooms we want. I could separate these out, but it seems like they want big ones. So I could honestly turn this into a shared bedroom of some kind. I do see warehouse though. That's probably what it needs to be. So room size needs to be pretty big. So that makes perfect sense. Let's get some depots. Actually, let's not do depots yet. Let's just have a look. Right, we'll start with some wardrobes for clothing. Let's get 3 at the back. And then we'll get in some storage cabinets. It seems to make sense to do it this way. And then we can slap in some depots as well. So we're going to have raw resources on the back. Then we're going to separate everything else out with the other bits. So I'll have to go through configuring all these. But it makes sense. I'm leaving a couple of gaps so they can get through to the back end. But we'll have like stone and wood on those ones. We'll have other bits on this one. We'll have clothing. And then we'll have cloth and crafting materials there as like a lower priority. So when these are full, they move it to this bit. We also have our iron. So we can now officially get in the crossbows. I'm thinking one there. I might get a crossbow this end too. I don't know what sort of range they have. Then once that's done, I'm going to strip these out. I'm going to work on some bedrooms this end that's slightly bigger. I might aim for like 3 over here that are better. And that does level it up. So I've just seen, you see this here. Keyforge level 5 means you gain more from the breakthroughs on this bit. So in order to get, I get it now. So when you get to level 10, we can then learn a new technique. It looks like you can go up loads though. So I'm going to research these two, not mainly because I want the leisure, but I actually want to get a meditation in as well. So now we can officially make an actual set of stuff in a room. And I believe if we look, we can make a key pavilion and then make it better as we go along. We can make an insight hall. We can make veil blade pavilions. So a lot of it we can make actually. We just got to build all the separate ones. So going through and focusing on a room at a time is probably how we need to do it. So we're going to work on a key pavilion after this one. But I do want to make better bedrooms. Because if we get happiness up, I believe their cultivation and Keyforge goes up much quicker. Cultivation speed based on how happy they are as well. So if happiness is low, let me show you. See this? So it will go up. You'll gain XP from it from being happy. And then environment's the other one. So having a good environment and good happiness is how we get them leveled up quicker. A lot of that can kind of come in with these flowers and things like that. Right, I'm going to grab everyone. And I'm going to bring them over this way. I'm going to check out this thing. So I'm going to set everyone to actually come and explore this. But I obviously need to kill everything first. I have a feeling we're going to get something good out of it. There we go. Let's kill these wolves off and then we'll move forward. Get it, guys. It's still alive. That's it. Can you kill it? And then if we cancel order, will they come and do this? So explore. Is that part of observe? I have no idea. Right, we have 2 people that are recruitable as well. I could probably, yeah, I can check them beforehand, see how strong they are, but they are stupidly strong from what I can see. Could I beat him? Maybe. We do have this now. I'll try it. Gotta try again, haven't I? Mr. Lemon, it is time. So I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get anything good. Well, give this guy a run for his money. I'm thinking about, honestly, opening this up to you guys and seeing what you think. I'm already about 10 hours in, so if it is something you guys like and want to see again, this is purely to learn, right? So I'd like to know your thoughts on it, please. And if you like it, then we can do another one, a proper one, a full kind of movie run. If you don't, then we can move on, as I say, every time anyway. Looks like we are 100% going to lose here. Way too strong. We're getting there. There is a lot more to get. We're going to at least almost kill a shield. Does he regenerate? It'd be funny if he... I think he does, yeah. They're way too strong. He actually doesn't even have any good gear on either. But he is level 13. I was just looking on this. No wonder they're so strong. We just basically need to train. So we could train him up, have him do nothing else. This is what we could do. So you see this is balanced internal art. If I switch to Fiery Feather, which is the one that actually has less damage, but it's because it's not leveled up. If we do level it up, what does it give us then? Because we're already level 5, look, on the balanced one. They're both basic martial arts, so the idea is to get a better internal art, isn't it? So what does this do? This switches to Fiery Feather level 3. Switching internal art skills result in the loss of internal art experience, and only 90% of the previous experience can be retained. However, to reach new heights, you must make a decision. Yes, we're going to go for Fiery Feather. It's almost level 5, so it won't be a problem. We did take a knockdown, but once we get back up to level 5, we are good. And this will give us better stats in the long run, I believe. And damage. I get it. So you're looking for... Yeah, you're looking for different things here. So I guess the rare ones will make you really strong. So that guy we fought then, his was a... And that's why he's so strong. It's a Shaolin art. It's a Yang internal. Yeah, look at the levels on that. It's actually crazy. So if we can buy one of those, we'll be laughing. A Wandering Master. What does this do? Let's confirm with him. If we spar with him, we can learn something from him. Also one here. Alright, we're coming back over to spar. I definitely look the part, but I was hoping this might give us some more level up. I think it does. Oh, we're actually doing well. Go me. Are we going to win? Yes, we are. Well, there you go. Look, we are going to obtain... What's this? We obtain some reputation. Do you have a bit of brute strength? Thank you. Key surge. So it looks like we unlocked key surge then, whatever this is. So it's a balanced internal art. That would allow us to change to that one, which actually is even better. So we would read that and then flip from the fire one to this one. So beating that guy gave us that book. There's another Wandering Master though. So I think I get it. There's quite a lot of them, isn't there, that we've got to go through. I don't know what we've got to give away, but we have some golden leather boots down there. Is there anything we can sell? I don't know whether the price changes. It seems to. We want to keep those ourselves though. I'm just clicking through to see what's worth what. Certain things are worth quite a lot more money. So gold boots go up quite considerably, actually 350 per pair. One wooden toolkit. Okay, we're just going to transfer some things over for trading, but yeah, looks like we're about to get attacked. I haven't quite got these, but we do have a wall at least anyway, so let's draft them up and see what happens. I'm sure they'll come and pound on the door and we'll watch. We're born ready. If we had one of these towers, it would be interesting, but we're going to use this as our final fight here, guys, and this, like I say, is going to be the taster. Let's see. Oh my god, we absolutely annihilated very quickly. Well, game over to you guys. There we go, and cancel the order. And yeah, they're 100% dropping stuff. Got a little bit of leather, a little bit of food, so the stronger they get, the better stuff that they drop. Now guys, what we will say is, obviously, if you have enjoyed this, do let it be known, because I'd like to start a brand new fresh with everything we've learned and go through all of this and basically see how far we can take it. But if it doesn't get the views and all that sort of stuff, then we can move on. But I think we have something promising here, and it looks like they are updating it a fair bit. As always though, guys, thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already as well. Do check out the membership options on the channel or Patreon. As always, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.